Hi, I am Janice Florent, Technology Coordinator in the Center for the Advancement of Teaching and Faculty Development. This video is one in a series of videos used in our FACTS 2024 summer seminar. In this video, I will talk about the limitations and accuracy of AI writing detection. By now, you know machines are learning to write, but can we learn to tell? There are many AI writing assistants. You have probably heard a lot about generative AI programs like ChatGPT, but there are a number of others like Jasper, Quillbot, and Grammarly. There are websites like HyperWrite that have a discussion board response generator. They advertise that you can provide a discussion prompt, and HyperWrite will formulate a well structured and thoughtful response, making it easy for you to participate in online discussions with insightful and engaging replies. Popular platforms like Microsoft and Google have AIs built in. Microsoft's Copilot and Google's Gemini creates a situation where learners have easy access to AI assistance. All of these large language models are AI systems capable of understanding and generating human language by processing vast amounts of data. These advancements in AI writing technology have created a sense of unease amongst educators who fear that students may use AI writing tools to plagiarize their work. AI writing detection software was created to address that. AI writing detection refers to the act of identifying and determining whether written content was created by a human or an AI model. Some detectors that you may have heard about are GPT-0, CopyLeaks, and Turnitin's AI writing detector. Can you spot text that was AI generated? Consider this situation. A professor asked students to submit a paper to be checked by an AI writing detector. The AI writing detection service shows that one of the papers is 88% likely AI generated. Do you think the student utilized AI to help write the paper? Well, you cannot rely on the percentage alone as a clear indicator that the paper was written by AI. Here's an example of a detection report where Zero GPT mistakenly identified text from the Bible as AI generated. It is an impossibility that AI could have authored any of the scriptures. And yet, in this example, text from the book of Genesis is identified as 88% likely to be AI generated. This is just one example. There are other examples of times when human written text, like Shakespeare or the Declaration of Independence, were flagged as AI generated. As I mentioned, there are many tools and detection programs that say that they can tell whether text was written by an AI or was written by a human being. Let's try to demystify AI writing detection. So, how does AI writing detection work? Writing detectors compare text against characteristics commonly associated with AI writing and identify patterns. There are two overarching categories for detection methods. They are linguistic analysis and comparison with known AI generated text. With linguistic analysis, text generated by AI may have characteristics such as lack of semantic meaning or a tendency to repeat itself. Also, how fluent the text is, how frequently words are repeated, how unique the words are, and other markers of AI generated writing. For the comparison with known AI generated text, data sets of human written text and AI written text are used to predict the probability that the text in question was written by an AI. There are different techniques within the two categories. Techniques that you may hear about are classifiers, embeddings, perplexity, and burstiness. Classifiers are trained to recognize text generated by a specific large language model by analyzing the language patterns of the text. Embeddings is a way to represent data so similar data points can be clustered together. Perplexity relates to the randomness or the complexity of a given text. If the text has high complexity, it's more likely to be human written. The lower the perplexity, the more likely it is AI generated. Burstiness is comparing the variation of the sentences, how variable the phrase and clause lengths are. Words and phrases that are used more often in a short period of time could be an indication that text was AI generated. Algorithms help to identify when a burst occurs. Writing detection tools identify known AI patterns in text to determine if the writing is likely AI generated. Let's take a moment to look at Turnitin. For those who are not familiar with Turnitin, It is an originality checking and plagiarism prevention service. Turnitin will check student work for potential plagiarism and allows instructors to provide electronic feedback to students through markup, proofing, and rubrics tools. Turnitin is integrated into our Brightspace system. You will find Turnitin in the evaluation and feedback accordion within the assignments tool. Turnitin is not available in the discussions tool. Turnitin released their AI writing detection tool in April 2023. They stated their writing detector is capable of identifying both AI generated and AI assisted writing, including ChatGPT. You will see the AI indicator in the toolbar when viewing similarity reports. The AI indicator shows the percent of likely AI generated content identified in the document. The AI writing detection percentage is different from and independent of the similarity score. The similarity score represents the percentage of writing that matches writing found on the internet, in one of their databases, or in another student's paper. The AI indicator shows the percent of likely AI generated text. You, as the instructor, can see the AI indicator, but the AI indicator is not visible to students. The file requirements to process a submission for Turnitin's AI writing detection is the file size must be less than 100 megabytes, and the file must have at least 300 words of prose text in a long form writing format, but should not have more than 15,000 words. Currently, Turnitin's AI writing detection can only check for text written in English, and the accepted file types are .docx, .pdf, .txt, and .rtf. When you click on the AI indicator, the AI writing detection report will open in a new window so you can see the text that Turnitin has flagged. The left-hand panel shows the document with the likely AI generated text highlighted in blue. At the top of the right-hand panel, you will see the percentage of qualifying text that has been determined to be likely AI generated. In this example, where the AI detection report shows that 4% of the text is flagged as likely to be AI generated, there is an asterisk alongside the percentage. The asterisk is alerting us to the potential that the flagged text could be a false positive because of the low percentage score. This next example shows all the text is flagged and the submission is 100% likely to be AI generated. How does Turnitin's AI writing detector identify text that it thinks is AI generated? Their AI writing detector uses classifiers. The detector is trained to recognize text generated by a specific model by analyzing the language patterns of the text. The sentences are broken into segments and overlapped, then run against an AI model and given a score. This score determines whether the text will be highlighted as likely AI generated. There are algorithmic biases in detection tools. Detection tools look for statistical signatures of predictive text generation. Is there a way to truly tell whether something is AI written or human written? If it were that easy, the two could be easily distinguished. But because of the way algorithms work, you're going to have this overlap where text is identified as AI written could actually be human written and vice versa, creating a situation where you can have false positives and false negatives. No AI writing detection software can predict with 100% certainty that something was written by AI. AI text detection software may generate false positives and false negatives. It may incorrectly identify fully human written text as AI generated text. In Turnitin's AI writing detection report, you will see that Turnitin has a disclaimer posted that says the AI writing assessment may misidentify both human and AI generated text, and the AI report should not be the sole basis for adverse actions against a student. You will see this type of disclaimer on all AI writing detectors. There have been many news stories about AI detectors flagging human written text as being AI generated. AI writing detectors frequently misclassify non-native English writing as AI generated, raising concerns about fairness and robustness. The accuracy, reliability, and effectiveness of AI detectors remains uncertain. This is especially worrisome given the potential harmful consequences of mistakenly flagging an innocent student's work as AI generated. False positives should not lead to false accusations. Because of the potential for false positives and false negatives, we strongly recommend that you use the results of AI writing detection as a guideline, not as a grading metric. Recall the two examples of papers that were checked by Turnitin's AI writing detector. One paper received a 4% score of being likely AI writing, and the other paper received a 100% score. Both papers were 100% written by AI. Turnitin's writing detector recognized one of the papers as 100% AI writing, but the other paper was flagged as only 4% AI written. There are a number of paraphrasing tools freely available on the internet. I have a few shown on this slide. Be aware that students can get around AI writing detectors by taking AI generated content and running it through a paraphrasing tool. In this example of a paraphrasing tool by CopyGenius, paraphrasing is a simple two-step process. Indicate you want to rephrase some content, paste the text to be paraphrased in the box, and click the Write It For Me button. Also, there are some websites like undetectable.ai that advertise they can create undetectable AI content. They can turn flagged AI content into high-quality writing that AI detectors won't flag. There was a time when students had to hire a person to write a paper for them. Now, with websites like The Good AI, students can get AI to write an essay for them. The Good AI advertises that with the Ghost AI integration, they can make the essay undetectable by all major AI detectors. You can prompt AI writing assistants to write in a way that would avoid AI detection. Here's an NBC News article about using ChatGPT to fool OpenAI's anti-cheating tool. NBC News asked ChatGPT to write in a way that would be rated as very unlikely written by AI when submitted to an AI writing detection service. Then there are any number of articles, blog posts, and videos that explain how to outsmart AI detection tools. For example, students can prompt AI writing tools to write text that would not be caught by AI writing detectors. This last example of someone who created a TikTok video about outsmarting AI detection says, if you're using ChatGPT, stop until you watch this video. The video goes on to show how to use CopyGenius to make your content undetectable by AI. Detectors are not trained to detect AI written text that has been edited or remixed by humans. Unless a student submits AI written text as is without any edits, the AI writing detection results may not be accurate. So, what can you do? You will find in Turnitin's AI writing detection report a section with some frequently asked questions, resources, and guides. One resource that you will find is this guide for approaching AI generated text with 11 strategies for educators to consider. There are strategies like reworking your academic integrity policy and deciding on what is and is not acceptable for your assignments, setting expectations and motivating your students by giving them tasks worth doing. Check your assignment prompts by running them through an AI writing assistant, adjusting your prompts to incorporate authentic situations and personal stories. Require students to provide sources and citations. Focus on critical thinking, collect outlines and drafts. Help your students to become AI literate. In this infographic by Sarah Eaton, she states the covert or deceptive use of any kind of detection tools is antithetical to assessing student work with integrity. If we expect students to act with integrity, then educators must model ethical behavior themselves. If you're going to use writing detection tools, Sarah suggests that you check to ensure that detection tools are permitted by your institution and your department. Declare the use of any detection tools in writing in your syllabus and have an open and honest conversation with your students on how you plan to use them so students are not surprised. Be upfront and clear. Use proactive measures to reduce academic dishonesty rather than reactive measures that rely on AI detectors. You can find additional recordings and resources referenced in our FACTS 2024 summer seminar on our wiki at catwiki.zula.edu/facts2024.